What's up, guys? Let's talk about something that's been on my mind today. Um, Thinking about the Woodley UFC Dana White situation. Okay, we're gonna have a little fun here. Some people might not like this video. They might not think it's fun, but you know, this is not going to be the easygoing part of YouTube at times. Okay. Now let's imagine that I am Dana White. Okay, and I am the head of the UFC, and I have been putting up with Tyron Woodley's bullshit. Okay, how would I handle this situation? Okay, I've been thinking about this. There are three ways that I could go about handling this, and these are potential ways that the UFC could go about handling it. That's why I'm making this video. So if you see some of these things happening, you can kind of, you can see that I pointed them out and as possibilities of happening. Okay. Now, let's talk about the easiest thing that could happen. Okay. The easiest thing for Tyron Woodley. Okay. Number one, I summoned Tyron Woodley and his manager into the Zuffa offices, okay? And we have a sit down, we have a talk. We have a very blunt talk where I tell Tyron Woodley how it is, okay? I'm going to sit him down and I'm going to say, listen, you are saying and doing things that are detrimental to this company. That's detrimental to your income. You are down talking to us. You're giving us a bad name. Why would people want to support the UFC? Why would people want to pay and watch the UFC? If you are not pleased with the way that we are promoting you and doing business with you, let us know and we can go our separate ways. But we are doing what we do. We are a multi-billion-dollar company. Okay. This is what we do. We have been in business a long time, okay? So, you have to decide if you want to be on our team or not. You're giving us headaches that really that you cannot afford to give, okay? The fact of the matter is, you did a pay-per-view with Robert Lawler, and you only did 240,000 pay-per-view buys. Okay? Now I'm assuming this pay-per-view with Wonder Boy is not going to go over 300,000, okay? So let's assume that it does not. I'm telling Tyron Woodley, look, the pay-per-view with Wonder Boy did not go over 300,000. You did not sell out T-Mobile Arena. You got a little over 2 million at the gate. We are paying you pretty much. The gate alone is half of your salary. Okay. So you have to decide if you want to be in business with us or not. If you're not liking what the way we're handling you, we can go off separate ways. We threatened to cut Anderson Silva when he did his thing with Damian Maya. We can do the same, with you. If you do not want to be a champion here, if you want to, try to get a better gig somewhere else, let us know. But these are things that we cannot have and tolerate here at the UFC. Okay, so that would be number one. A serious sit down, talk with him, warning, tell him, what he does not need to do. And what he cannot afford to do because he is not bringing in the numbers to do what he's doing. Okay, so that is number one. Give him a warning that either he can terminate this relationship if he's not happy, if he feels he's being mistreated because of race and all these type of things, not being promoted well. He can explore other options. Okay, or if he keeps doing conduct that is detrimental to the UFC, then we can let him go. Okay, so that's number one. Now number two, okay? Number two is we can subtly retaliate, okay, without having a talk with him at all, okay? First of all, his next fight will probably be around June or July, okay? Last year, they had, 3 fights on International Fight Weekend. That first fight they had was a Fight Pass card with RDA. I would book him in a Fight Pass, as a Fight Pass main event, okay? He would have his next defense on Fight Pass in a small arena in a small cage like the Cosmopolitan. Okay, that's one thing that would happen. His gigs on FS1 would be drying up, as I have said. He would be getting pulled from that. He would be lucky if he would get to do one show before July. Okay, those gigs would dry up, man. And he would be looking forward to not being on pay-per-view anymore. He would be a Fight Pass FS1 Fox fighter, okay? And I would be sending sharks at his ass. He would be defending that title against the winner of Maya Masvidal. Then after that, I would offer Khabib a shot at him. I would offer Tony Ferguson a shot at him. I would offer big wigs and big challenges. RDA, Robert Lawler. I would offer up the biggest and baddest challenges up to Tyron Woodley to get that belt off him, okay? So I would be sending sharks at his ass. All right. Now that is the other way, okay? And finally, the harsh way to oh, by the way, as far as sending them out on like promotions and stuff, forget about that. He think he not getting good promotion now. He would not be getting none after this, okay? I mean, he would be on the smallest cards. It would be a fall from grace for Tyron Woodley, okay? Now the third option is just to cut him. And they could do that today. Whatever day you watching this video, they could cut him today and the UFC would be just fine. If Tyron Woodley, like I said, if he wants to play hardball with these guys, like I said, they threatened to cut Anderson Silva, man, after Damian Maia shit. They could cut him and have the top two guys fight for the title, The guy's not doing great at the box office. He's not selling out arenas. The gates, his last gate barely did over 2 million, okay? Pay-per-view is not going to be that great, I'm assuming, okay? And, what they are doing with him, they could do with anybody else, okay, without the headache. So they could cut him, and this guy's career, his options would be limited. He's going to go to Bellator or overseas, where if the UFC wanted him, he could yield big time offers. But if the UFC is not a player, he is not going to get super big deals. Why should Bellator overpay for Tyron Woodley if the UFC is not an option for him? They could offer him something that's not that great. So as I said, man, this guy could be committing career suicide, man. They could just cut him and say we're no longer doing business with Tyron Woodley because he is not good for the UFC. His conduct and his talk is detrimental to us, to our brand, and we just don't want to do business with the guy anymore. And like I said, his money making options would be limited, man. Broadcasting gigs with FS1 would be over. He would have to do it somewhere else, and maybe he could land with ESPN or something like that. But as far as the UFC, Bellator would not have to overpay for the guy, unless Verizon or somebody would want to pay him big money. Then he would be fighting, in Japan or some shit. So, this has been on my mind, man. I wanted to say this real quick, guys. Take a quick break and tell you guys about this, man. Let me know what you guys think about it. Like I said, man, I think this guy's making a big mistake. And these are 3 ways that have popped in my head that the UFC could handle the situation. Or if I was running the show, these are the three things that I would be considering. I would not be putting up with Tyron Woodley's bullshit when he is not bringing in big box office like Conor and Ronda Rousey, okay? That's all I got to say, guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.